It's 11:33 on July the 5th of 2022. So CERN is still in the social media spotlight, so I think it's appropriate to look a little bit further into what CERN stands for. The Order of Shiva. We know that they have a statue of Shiva that was erected, which is like the god of chaos. So CERN is Cernnunos in Wicca. And Cernnunos, there is a such thing called the Horn of Cernnunos that belongs to powerful gods or god and goddesses. Female god, female goddesses, all of this, they can take on either masculine or feminine bodies. They can reincarnate. Their energy just, it's still there, you all. Let me come over here. I'm not going to be on here long at all. I'm not. I'm going to try not to be. But I do want to see if I can get this short message out about it. I really do. And I think we can. I really do. So we're going to do it. Hello there, Capricorn. Yeah, let me do this. Boom. We got it. So let's look into this. We've got it going right there. I went over to CERN. Am I in CERN, you all? I'm trying to get over here in CERN. Yeah, I went to look at some of the images of CERN. You know, a wing. This is from a long time ago. This is 4 years ago. No, it's 2016. I can't find any current images of CERN, but you see what they've got, like winged baby, semi-naked dancers, man, all of that. Let me put this in here, you all. I'm going to put all these links in here so you all can see it. That's what I want to do. Everything that we look at. Hello there, Jeremiah. Welcome. Yeah, let me put that in there. Let me come back over here. I looked at this. You can see a winged baby with an oversized head in their undergarments, moved to the sound of an alpine horns. They got horns. This is this is really interesting. The tunnel through the Swiss Alps was first conceived in a sketch form in 1947. There we go with the timestamp, 1947. Let's talk about 1947. 1947 is when Admiral Byrd supposedly went into Middle Earth. It was the Roswell incident. It was, I think, when Israel became a nation. It was the finding of the Dead Sea Scrolls. What else happened in 1947? There was a lot of things that happened, significant occurrences that happened in 1947. Why is all of this centering around 1947? There was a huge shift, an enormous shift in energy and knowledge come 1947. This is really telling. If you've looked at any of the other videos right there, that's right, 17 years. So this is just some of the bizarre things they do. They got this ceremonies and stuff like that. We just want to look at that. You remember, look, he's got his horns on his head, all of that kind of stuff. Through the tunnels, all of this. It didn't make sense, but these jailbirds now, they're imprisoned, and yeah, it's like it. Yeah. So that's some of the pictures. You got the horns and stuff. I think you all. I'm gonna click out of that because I've already done that. Didn't. Let me see this, you all. Now, you just stay with me. I don't know how to present this. I'm gonna try it. I am. I may not be able to show it. I may not. I'm not going to say nothing. Okay, I'm not. But I am going to show you. Okay, I'm going to show you. This is important. I don't think it was a mistake. Okay, I don't. You could have come in there with anything else. But the mere fact that he got horns on his head, that's all I'm showing you of that. That's it. That's all I'm going to show of that. The mere fact he had horns on his head. And we have right here Shiva. Do I got this here? Shiva is known as the Order of Shiva, the sect of the Horned God, the goddesses of chaos. And CERN in Wicca is Cernnunos. So there's something about horns. Okay, there is. Hello. That's right. That's exactly right, you all. Somebody's live. I can't go over there. I've tried to do a CERN thing, and you can't live stream it. At least I can't. I don't have that authority to do it. I'm not one of the people who can do that. But I'm going to watch it. Let's see this. That's okay. Somebody's going to come back to this. So I was looking at this Large Hadron Collider beauty experiment. Look what they called it. Beauty experiment. Observation of a strange pentaquark and a doubly charged tetraquark and its neutral partner. It's got a neutral partner right there. So I'm just going to stick this in there. I'm going to stick in everything that I've got. I'm going to try to get this message out pretty short and simple if I can, because I'm going to get to what I'm talking about. The Horned God, the destruction of chaos. I gotta save this. I gotta get rid of this right here. Yeah. So we've got that. We've got this right here. They're really happy that what happened. Extremely happy. So here's some images of what they captured right here. They captured them. Isn't that pretty neat? This is some images they put together of what happened with that experiment, and they have a neutral one too. It's like that, very neutral. So let me put this web page on here because I wanted to know what a tetraquark was. I did. So we're going to put this over here as we go, and I'm sorry, but I do like to document as I go for just to do it. Let me click out of this. So I was looking up tetraquark, and I found out something about quantum chromodynamics. Quantum chromodynamics, and you have hadrons, you have a critical point, deconfinement, and a chiral transition. You got neutron stars. You know, this is kind of like the sun. Okay, neutron stars, stuff like that. It ain't went that way yet, but they have all kinds of books on this quantum chromatics. And this is, look, a green quark emits a green anti-blue gluon to convert into a blue quark. So if we have a green anti-blue gluon, let's see what we have. Let me just do this. An anti-whatever Quran. Look at this. So we know what this is. Look at these images right here. Wonder when these things started first appearing. Okay, wonder when they did. We see that right there. Okay, that's fine. So where was we at? A green quark emits a green anti-blue gluon. You got green, anti-blue, all of that. We've got the northern lights. Let me put this in here too, because people will like to have this documented. I'm just now running to this. I didn't look at any of this stuff right here. We'll put that in here. We got the northern lights. Let's type in okay, we got right here. We got the Norway spiral. Okay, we do. Look at that. Look at all these look, they got a void diameter. Right here, you've got this stuff right there. You got it all going on. We can see it. We can. All of this. And let's put this in here too so people can go and look at it. I have no idea where I'm going, but that's okay. I'm going to go with the flow. We're going to ride this wave. We're going to ride the wave, you all. We are. So we got the Norway spiral. Boom. We're out of it. So look at this. Blue, green, blue. Right here. Quantum chromatics. And they're talking about, all kinds of stuff. They really are. And let me get out of this. I think I'll put this in here. I went over here to this place right here. It's a YouTube video, and it's from a professor back in 1947. I'm not going to play it at all, but I will put his link in here because it is a long link. We're just going to put it in here, right here. Somebody might want to go and listen to it. They really might. Let me put this back to me. So we got this. I ran into that. That's what I ran into. So you can see on the screen, Kyoto University. What is life? The next 100 years. Okay, the next 100 years of Yakawa's dream. Yakawa's dream. Let me put it here. So he had something interesting that was shown. And here is like this guy talking right here. This is one. You come over here, there's this slide. Total violence, all regions. Let's look at this. Earth, ACE, some kind of solar maybe presence or something, IMF sectors during a 27-day pre-event solar rotation. This has something to do with CERN, okay, and something could happen, they said, that causes total violence in all regions right here. We got that, you all? We got that. So we got this total violence in all regions. Oh, yeah, let's look at this. Okay, I just seen another night, just now, look at this. 1946, right here. Arbeitsstreis Medizin von Assistant Dr. F. Halleberg, Innsbruck, Sonderbruck, Ostem. I can't really say it, you all. Hochschwallen, 1946. There's that timestamp again. Okay, there's that timestamp again. This is screenshots, I think, from that video. There's that timestamp. Let's see what else came from that video. Life's temporal structures consist of chaotic changes and rhythms undergoing trends for a sufficient duration to possibly reproduce, evolve, and contribute to an accumulating body of information and noosphere, whatever that is. Look at this. We are here, there, and here, visible and many visible. Whatever these physics kind of sounds like Chronos. It does. We are our chronomes. Yeah, see, that sounds really kind of strange. You got the god Shiva right there, the goddess. So we look at that, you all. Let me close out of this. I need to get back to where I was doing. So we got right there, and he was talking about something in this video. Let me see if I can get it in here. This guy asked a question, and he mentions something in here. If I can do the closed caption. We just expressed a very important chance he's talking about letting me, the horn of Kunaku. Okay, so I couldn't find the word for the horn of Kunaku. I couldn't find that, whatever. I think it was translated wrong. Okay, let me get out of this. I think it was translated wrong. I typed it in. And look at this. It pulled up the horn of Cernnunos. Cernnunos is a treasure located, okay, in the kingdom of the lionesses, according to this wiki thing. Let me put this in here, you all. You're saying, Gina, honey, you are referencing wiki again. Yeah, I do. I think it's got a lot of information in it. You want to know how I came to certain conclusions, regardless, so I put it in here. That's what you're supposed to do. You follow the scientific method, you all. You really do. It's talking about this, the goddess clan. Kingdom of lionesses, possibly signs of a holy war, something about, they can manifest into all of that kind of stuff, and all of this, you all. The horn god, it's also a Celtic. Cernnunos is the conventional name given in Celtic studies to depictions of the horned god in Celtic polytheism. So we can see that. So the Chevalier Day Table Round Ban is the god Cernnunos, who is a great god with a horn. So we've come out of that. Came over here. Also, I looked at this. right here. I might get myself in trouble. That's okay, you all. This is, I'm documenting everything. So you all might want to come down there and look. I didn't read all of it. I didn't. I just skimmed through some stuff to see what information was in it from bits and pieces of other things I have. So yeah. Yeah, please be respectful, you all. We're trying to look at this stuff. So what lies beneath? Using CERN to call up Cernnunos from the abyss. Right there, from the abyss. You got the god Shiva right there. And we've got some other horn god right here. And we had, that costume guy who was in where with those things on his head. And the CERN, the ceremony at CERN, they had the horns on there also. And the Wicca, in Wicca, CERN is Cernnunos, the horn god. And we know about the horn god. And then I think you have Behemoth or whatever you say it, however you say it. Let's look at this really fast. Yeah, so right there, that goat god. Who, discerning, look at it. The Lord of the King, the Lord of the Dance. I remember watching the people doing the Lord of the Dance. You remember that? The Lord of the Dance guy they would dance around and insured his legs for $1 million. I think maybe they were celebrating that. Maybe, I don't know. Look, Shiva as the cosmic dancer who performs his divine dance. Shiva, I guess, is either male or female to destroy a weary universe and make preparations for the god Brahma to start the process of creation. So we've got this Pandora's box. CERN or Shiva is Apollo, the destroyer. In Revelation, the Bible, Apollon unlocks the abyss, letting out demonic beings resembling locusts. I hope that we never see that depiction in real life. Coming up out of the earth, because they sound very non-human looking, very non-human looking. Can't even get it out, you all. I really can't. All of that. Then this guy quotes this song. I am the eye in the sky looking at you. I can read your mind. I'm the maker of rules dealing with fools. I can cheat you blind, and I don't need to see any more to know that I can read your mind looking at you. So that song, I am the eye in the sky looking at you. Yeah, so CERN. He played it. What? Is that true, you all? It's interesting that Alan Parsons played the eye in the sky at CERN in September of 2013. I didn't know that. I really didn't. Of course, back in 2013, what was I doing? I was living my normal life. I was, just like you, living a normal life. An eye in the sky looking at you. It is located near the border of France and Switzerland at Saint Genus Pauli near Geneva. Like the Geneva conferences. Why do they have in the Geneva conferences where they have them? In ancient times, it was a place dedicated to Apollo. Outside the main CERN building is a statue of Shiva doing his dance of destruction. Apollo is coming back. We need to choose. Shepherd who died. So watching New Zealand, all of this kind of stuff. Why do they get into the consult? The wise King Solomon said there was nothing new under the sun. Whatever is has already been, and what will be has been before, and God will call the past into account. That happens to be one of my most favorite books to read in the Bible, Ecclesiastes, Proverbs, and Job. There's several other ones I love to read, I really do, because they got a lot of truth in them, but the Proverbs and the Ecclesiastes is really a nice thing to read. Of Chaldees, the symbol of the Babylonian sun god Shamash, within the crescent moon of goddess Nana. How are the old gods relevant? I guess they never die. You all. The god Ishtar. Sin rode on a winged bull. His symbol was the crescent and the tripod. Sun god Utu Shamash, known as the All-Seeing. Inanna, Ishtar, Miriamis, Astarte, Ashtoreth, Isis, Europia. Gods with names and rows changed with the empire. Okay, so that would make sense. People, they changed their names and stuff. The beast out of the sea, Apollon, all of that kind of stuff. But that wasn't really widespread, filled with violence. So this is what I found interesting when that guy was doing his speech right here, showed this chart, and I came off of CERN. It wasn't on CERN, but they were talking about the experiments, I think, that can be done, and this is what came out. They predicted it to come out, total violence, and they tied it in with the sun, because it's like during the 27th day pre-event solar rotation. And you know, with Sirius coming up in the sky ever so bright, it was ever so bright. Is this on me? I want to make sure this is on me. Sirius coming up. We actually got some cool pictures. I think this is Sirius that came up in the sky when we were looking at the observatories, if they haven't gotten messed up, you all. Let me see if I can find it. Let's look at this. So we had this ship that came by right there. And the observatories. See, look at this. I think this was that star that came up in the sky, and it was the cause of all the lights that were going off around there. Look at it as it's rising right there in the sky. This was on the 2nd. They say this is like when the gateway opened was the 4th and the 5th, and CERN always does their experiments for the first week in July. Because of the energy that's connected with it, they only have a certain time stamp, a certain time frame to do their experiment. That's right, you are only a certain time stamp. So this is the video right here, and this is what happened. They had all these lights going on right there, and this right here was down there below the clouds is what it was. So I think it is possible. I really do. Let me close that out, you all. Look at this. So what does CERN mean? Angels and demons. Yeah, why did they do that movie? Look. CERN is derived from the acronym for the French Conseil Européen pour la Recherche Nucléaire, a provisional body funded in 1952. Physics concentrated on understanding the inside of an atom. So we got the Tower of Babel, CERN, and the gates of hell opening. Talking about Nimrod. So Cernnunos is associated with the Wiccan horn god in the modern religious traditions of Wiccan. Antlers, you all. Antlers. So the Celtic god of the forest. The Celtic god of the forest. So you can see all of these things. Yeah, I really don't want to put that in there, but I'm going to put the link in there since we looked at it. It was it was something that we looked at. Yeah, that's okay, you all. We got it. We do. We've got this. We can do it. Let me close it out. So the horns of Cernnunos Confirmation Club. They associate them with nobility and with Cronus, the son of Avgod, lover of Danu, father of Montre, but the stag's horns are symbols of the schism that splits the people. Droon chiefs, all of this kind of stuff, you all. You can see it. Oh, no, don't do it, you all. Don't do it. Yeah, the horns of Odin. So we've got all of these things right here, you all. Let me click this out. Look at these images right here of this horns. We've got CERN right here. We've got Shiva. Let's look at Shiva. Known as the Mahadeva or Hera, is one of the principal deities of Hinduism. He is the supreme being in Shaivism. I thought Shiva was a woman. Well, guess he could be either. Shiva is known as the destroyer. within the Trimurti, the Hindu Trinity, which also includes Brahma and Vishnu. So, horn god of my heart. Oh my gosh, is that a song? Oh, a god of dualities. Okay, so that's fine. God of dualities. Y'all, we're going to put this in here. I'm going to make sure we don't have any of these tabs left open on here. And I know that, hello there, Susan B. I know that we got a lot of things on here. I'm sorry, but yeah, that's okay, you all. So I was looking at this CERN, and it's still in the spotlight. All of this CERN stuff and the activity going on there, it's massive. It's absolute. Look at that, you all. It's massive. Let's look into that. Let's put this fine. Okay, that's fine, you all. Let me look at this in France. Let's put this here. We got some people speaking French in here, so we can put it here. Just because it popped up, you all, cover your tracks. That's exactly right. Gather information. This is information gathering, is what it is. Let's see it. Let's see what they got here, because this looks pretty interesting. I want to see some pictures, but I can't see a single picture. That is so funny. It's from 2016. 2016. So if you're in there, yeah, Shiva, the horned god, you all. You can see some more images. Right like that. Cernnunos. See, look at that. The horned god of Celtic mythology. This looks like kind of, I guess, antlers. So I guess there's all kinds of horned beings. But I'm serious, you all. That person who, did whatever back in 2020 and had those things on his head and with the American, flag and stuff. And then you have CERN with the costumes with the horns on his head and blowing the horns too. I think it's all tied into, I think that was a ritualistic, I think it was a ritual is what I think it was. I think it's all planned out. Every single thing is planned out. And I don't think it's good, but that's okay. We can be aware to prepare ourselves spiritually. We really can. That's the last one I'm going to put on there. You either drop in the chat right down here is what they're doing. Let me put this back to me. I'm going to be closing, but I just wanted to bring out that one thing. Let me put it back. The Order of Shiva is the sect of the horned god, and CERN is Cernnunos, if that's how you say it. They want to bring about chaos, just like that experiment. If I didn't like that right there, total violence. And they know the sun has the energy also to do it, to alter people's moods and all of this kind of stuff. There's so much energy contained in the sun, but yet CERN is so much hotter than the sun, they say. So much hotter. So that's really interesting right there. That really is. Let me put this back to me. I am going to go. Thank you for being on here, and thank you, moderators, for being on here, you all. And put your comments down if you got to watch the ceremony. What did you think of it? If it's still going on, because I will not play it live, and I probably will not show any type of video from there on here, because I tried to do it before and I got in trouble. I had to take it down and stuff like that. So I'm going to go, and with that being said, hello wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello from my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your day, you all, and I hope to see you later. Thank you.